But seriously, let's dig into the early days.
The
Where were
early
you
days.
born, brother?
I was born in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in Saudi Arabia. I was born in 1982. If I'm not mistaken, I think my father went there either in 1980 or 1981. He had a government job, and
Mhm.
at the time, you had to be married to take any dependents over. It wasn't like some single status assignment. And so he met my mom in Hawaii
Okay.
and told my mom, hey, I got this job in Saudi Arabia, but you could only come with me if we're married. So they got married in Hawaii.
All right.
And then my father took the job, moved to Saudi Arabia. I wasn't supposed to be born in Saudi Arabia, but there was a complication at birth, or there was a complication during my mother's pregnancy with moi, and she could not fly home stateside to have me. So the only Western doctor on this very remote base in a very remote city in Saudi Arabia was Australian.
Yeah.
And this Australian doctor told my mom, you're not flying. This kid is being born right here.
She
in
told a
Saudi-
woman what to do when she was pregnant.
Oh, that doctor said, you're not
Woo!
flying. No, you're not flying.
So obviously you were born there.
I was born in Saudi Arabia, and I lived in Saudi Arabia for 5 years, the first 5 years of my life, when I was born and when I was 5. I'm not Saudi. I get that. Are you Saudi? No, I'm not Saudi.
You
know,
don't look Saudi.
I don't look Saudi. Yeah,
I'm not Saudi either, just in case anybody was wondering.
So then at age 5, moved to the States.
Okay.
You know.
But talk to me about the language. Did you pick up the language while you were there?
I did, yeah. So I went to kindergarten in Arabic.
Okay. Like fluent, or did you have like flashcards?
Yeah, man, as fluent as you could be in 5, and when you're age 5.
That's when you learn.
Yeah, well, I grew up. Yeah, I grew up speaking Arabic, playing on the playground with other. My mom actually taught English. So we were there for my dad's job, but my
Okay.
mom actually taught English at an all-girls Saudi school. So my mom would bring me to her work, and I'd play on the playground with all the Saudi girls at age 5, and started picking up Arabic.
Okay.
Then my dad's contract ended.
What happened after that?
We moved to the States, and then from age 5 to 10, I lived in the States. We lived in Hawaii
Okay.
and Arizona. I went to 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade in Phoenix, Desert Cove,
All right.
in your old hood.
Yeah.
And then the start of my 6th grade year, we actually moved back to Saudi Arabia. So then I went to Saudi Arabia. I lived in Saudi Arabia again, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, freshman year of high school.
Okay. And that's where he met the lights of a guy named Keith Carraway. So we weren't buddies back in the day. I wish we were, because that'd have been awesome. And then what happened out? How'd you end up back to Saudi?
Yeah. So 6th grade, or after 5th grade, like I said, moved back to Saudi.
Mhm.
Spent 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade in Saudi Arabia. Then contract ended again.
How did that make you feel, though? Because that's a lot of traveling. And it's
so
extreme.
no, I am blessed. So 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, I went
That's in
to
hindsight. Did you feel blessed then?
100%.
Okay.
No questions asked. I went to the American school.
Okay.
And at the time, it's a little bit different now, but after the first Gulf War and in the mid to late 90s, there were a lot of Americans working in Saudi Arabia, like a lot. So we lived on these massive American compounds. We went to an American school,
Okay.
American teachers, American curriculum, but you're in the international community.
So you were comfy.
I was super comfy, and you know what? We were blessed,
Okay.
So for spring break, what do we do here? We go to San Diego. For
Mhm.
spring break, I went skiing in Switzerland every year. I mean, because it's a lot easier to get to Switzerland than fly back to the States. So
Right,
I grew up in a very blessed environment.
So what he's trying to say, America, is that mom and pops did all right.
well.
So this thing that we have in common, we call it the Army.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a great. Yeah.
Where'd you go to basic?
Fort Leonard Wood,
Lost in the woods. For what? What was your voice?
98 Golf. I joined as a linguist. I grew up speaking, reading, writing Arabic, and I joined under their language program
Okay.
pre 9/11, right out of high school.
Yeah.
Senior year, I'm off to the Army, mom and dad, which was good. I come from a long line of military, but joined under their language program.
All right.
Yeah,
So you're in.
I'm in
What's your first duty station?
Fort Carson,
Yeah.
Colorado.
And did you like it? Not like it?
Loved it.
How did you feel about the Army at this time?
I have a I have a very, what I would say, kind of different Army path. I don't even know much about the Army, to be honest with you. I served for like 6 years and 4 months a long time ago. I've been out double, if not triple, the amount of time I was in, but very early on in my Army days, and I don't think I've ever even told this story. I was, a young buck, and these guys come in a GMC blacked out, real goofy looking dude.
What guys? Just some
I don't know,
dudes?
just some dudes.
Okay.
I don't know.
You getting in trust with dudes? Anyway, I'm sorry.
So they're like, yeah, you're gonna come with us.
Mhm.
I said, oh, okay.
You could have been on first 48. I'll let you continue.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Hopping in trucks with dudes.
Hopping in trucks with dudes. We drive off post to a Holiday Inn, and they're like, go up to room 127. You're gonna take a polygraph test. I was like, oh, okay. So I go up and I sit in a chair, much like this. I don't know if you've ever taken a polygraph test, but you have sensors.
Oh, yeah.
You have all kinds of sensors. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Your sweat, your pulse, they're measuring. I have all kinds of sensors. And for 6 hours, well, 3 hours, felt like fucking 3 days, but
Yeah.
for 3 hours, they just start asking me all these questions. It was like a lifestyle CI scope polygraph test. Everything.
Do you have cats in your basement?
Yeah, yeah. Are you a terrorist? Do you have terrorist ties? Have you ever accepted Bob? Well, all the stuff.
Right.
You know the deal.
Foreign relations
Yeah.
and all that good stuff.
Well, I passed because, I'm not a terrorist, FYI. So I passed this polygraph, and then they're like, yeah, you're going to come work for us in the special operations community. I was like, oh, well, that sounds like a lot better than what I was going to do.
What happened after that?
Training. I ultimately made it on an ODA.
Okay.
And
So they just took you and put you on special forces.
yeah, that's a fact. Yep.
So you're in the Army.
I'm in the Army.
You're in ODAs.
I was in 3rd Battalion, 10th Group. I was on 8.5 and 8.6.
How old are you? Teen dude.
Early 20s.
Okay. Having a good time?
Best time those years shaped me. No questions
I want to
asked.
hear how you felt about, because you have the nervous jitters before deployments, right? I know I did, because I didn't know string beans from Chile. But yeah, you'll get that in the car. How'd you feel about it?
About deploying?
I know it's high alert for me, but was it high alert for you as well, or were you in the groove because you had these guys?
It was, when you say high alert, yeah, it
High
was the highest alert I've ever been was probably my 3rd rotation.
Ooh.
My 3rd and last trip.
Did it make you want to get out?
No, it did. I don't know why I got out. I remember actually on that 3rd trip to Iraq, I voluntarily extended a little bit extra to complete some training and do this final deployment. But my 3rd trip to Iraq, I was debating whether to stay in or stay out, and something just said, get out. And I remember in the team house, upstairs in the corner, on a laptop at 2 a.m., registering for English 101 at Paradise Valley Community College.
From Iraq?
In Azmiya, Baghdad, in our team house, 20 minutes before we went on a hit.
Okay.
It's a fact.
So the hit went well.
Most of our hits went well.
Yes. and somehow then boom, you're out.